Today I am below Crowhop Dam on the Chattahoochee River. This is one of the dams that is slated to be removed in the very near future, probably in the fall of 2024. These dams are old. They've been here since the early 1900s. They were originally created for textile mill power. Those textile mills have long since shut down and moved overseas. They were purchased by Georgia Power 30-40 years ago and added to their grid, but Georgia Power really doesn't want them anymore, and they aren't really that profitable, and so they are slated to be removed. You know, dam removal is a really controversial topic because a lot of communities really associate their place with these dams. They've been here for 100 plus years, maybe 150 in some form or fashion, and so a lot of people really consider them part of their town or part of their community. But of course, fish and wildlife were here long before we were, and dams certainly do have an effect on them. If you think about some of the things that dams can do, obviously first of all, they block the river, so therefore they block movement. I did a study here more than almost 15 years ago now on shoal bass in this very area here. We had radio tagged 40 shoal bass, and in a course of a year they never left this area. They never left it because just downstream of here is another reservoir, and then of course they can't make it over this dam. So they spent their entire 1 year of life in about a 1.5 mile stretch of river. Now that's maybe not that surprising if you think, oh, bass don't move around a lot, but at the same time we were tracking fish over in the Flint River that has no dams on it, and these fish moved 100 or 150 miles in some cases to access spawning areas. So certainly this dam has had an effect on these fish, keeping them in a very small area and limiting their ability to move or change due to habitat issues. Dams also alter flow regimes. They warm the water up because they hold it back instead of it flowing naturally. Dams don't affect all fish equally, right? I mean, largemouth bass, which are native here, certainly prospered behind these dams. When spotted bass got introduced here, they certainly had no problems dealing with these dams and small reservoirs behind them. If a native species like shoal bass doesn't like dams and their introduced competitor like spotted bass do, then that's a problem too. So that's a situation where the dams here are almost certainly enhancing the ability of these non-native spotted bass to outcompete and hybridize with shoal bass. So in general, we think dam removal is probably a good thing. It'll certainly alter the way fishing has been done around here. This area here is going to become a very rocky river. Very little opportunity for using motorboats. It's probably going to be reverting to a kayak only kind of a place. And it'll take some adjustments. But overall, you don't get a chance to remove dams very often on a river the size of the Chattahoochee. So to take 2 of these dams out and free up about 15 miles of river is probably going to be long-term a good thing. There will certainly be an adjustment period for both for people and for fish. Dam removal is a very important part of the whole conservation picture, and it's like I said, it's not something we get to do that often, and here we have an opportunity. These dams were not being removed to enhance wildlife. They were being removed because the owner no longer wants them, and the city doesn't want the liability of the people who get killed here almost every year doing stupid things. And conservation biologists are going to try to use these as an opportunity to really enhance the ecosystem of the fall line region of the Chattahoochee, which by some estimates has been 98% altered by damming. At one point there were 8 dams in a 40-mile stretch of river here along the fall line. 2 of them have been removed in Columbus, and 2 more of them are going out now, and no more will probably ever go out because they're larger hydroelectric dams. But still, freeing up 15 miles of river doesn't sound like a lot, but if 98% of the river has been altered, that's going to be a significant change, and we're looking forward to seeing what happens in the future.